especially from
donuts.
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme glazed donuts.
No, no
Krispy
filled
Kreme
donuts. I
snacks.
can't do cream filled, bro.
No,
Cannot.
never,
Yeah, no.
never.
I like Bavarian filled.
I only cream. Never mind.
Tucker only likes the cream.
You gotta
Oh.
get the old fashioned donuts. Those are fucking great.
What's
the
the-
ones that are
The
kinda
old fashioned are
crumbly.
delicious.
What the hell's an old fashioned donut?
Yeah, I've never
Look
heard of
it
an
up.
old
It looks
fashioned
like a
donut.
glazed
Right now,
donut.
it's
It looks like a glazed donut that's like split open.
like it's fucked up, but
Yeah,
like a
it
glazed
looks
donut got
fucked up,
fucked up.
but it's
like
delicious.
a
It's
vagina.
like more of
Oh,
a cake.
yeah,
It's like more of a
I-
cake.
Okay,
donut.
okay.
I just
So
looked
an
it up.
old fashioned donut is just a cake donut. Then
That's what.
Yes.
No.
What?
No,
Okay,
that's
so here I'm gonna name a few of the donuts that you'll see. A donut with a donut with no glaze on it, but sprinkles on it is called a spud nut. You
What
have
Can get that
a-
spud nut.
You have an ubi or an
Ubi?
oob, I don't know. A
Mm,
Boston
yum.
cream, Boston cream.
I've heard that before.
Okay, I've heard
Maple
of a Boston
bar.
cream pie.
You have a glazed twist.
same thing.
I've heard of an oatmeal cream pie.
I've
Crumb
heard of
Those are
cake.
good.
Caleb cream pie.
Ooh,
walnut.
those are my
Holy
favorite.
shit. That's how we're gonna start this off.
Yeah, bro. Like all of them are named. I just don't do that. Like I walk into a donut shop and I'm like, hey, give me the one without the pudding in it.
For
That's all I
real.
say.
Tell them to take the gluten out the bread.
Normally I just
Out
be
the
like, hey,
bread.
I won't even go to a donut shop. I'll just go to the gas station, buy some Little Debbie. You know what I'm saying?
Have you guys
Oh,
had? Have you guys ever had a sour cream donut?
Ew,
Hell
that sounds
no.
disgusting.
That shit
No,
slaps.
what is a sour cream?
That
It's
shit is
so good.
good. That shit is gas. Okay, so
Wait,
like,
low-key, I feel like they make old fashions with sour cream.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. That's exactly what it is, and it's fucking phenomenal. It sounds weird, and like the first time that I heard it, I was like, that sounds kind of gross, but no, it's delicious. It's delicious.
I think the real question is if you do you prefer crunchy or chewy Chips Ahoy?
Oh,
Chewy.
shit.
Chewy.
Crunchy.
Chewy. Okay,
No.
and we've
sounds-
had this talk before, but it's chewy, bro.
Yeah,
And
it's
okay.
crunchy.
I don't hate
But,
the
like-
chewy ones, but they taste so fake. It's
They do. They do, but like just the way that they feel. Okay,
It's like
this
going to
is
Taco
I don't
this
like
is
crunchy.
gonna sound like just sus as fuck, but
I
the
like
way
the way they feel inside me.
yeah,
What?
no, but like
What?
the way they feel in
The
my
texture?
mouth whenever I chew them, it's fucking phenomenal.
I like
Yeah,
it whenever
sweet.
something soft enters my mouth.
And it comes out
Oh.
hard. Wait.
You
Yes.
used to
What?
you used to have that, Caleb.
Yum.
That
You
man
used
is
to have
out
that.
there. That man is out there.
No.
if I
bro.
have a glass of milk by me, I'm gonna go for crunchy.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I'm saying.
But if
When do you
it's
not
just
have a glass of
alone,
milk next to you?
it's chewy.
It's Chips Ahoy, bro.
yeah,
I don't drink
that should be
milk,
the
so
slogan.
If I walk
Oh.
into the room
What?
and you are eating Chips Ahoy without a glass of milk, that's on site.
No,
Yeah,
but
I
like
drink- I don't
people
drink
bring
dairy,
Chips Ahoy to
bro.
like parties and like gatherings and shit, and you don't have milk there.
It's on site.
So you dip it in water.
You just head
No,
to,
I
head
Dip
dip
it in
that-
water.
head to the
No, I-
fridge
in the
and
soda.
grab some
no,
with
you
milk.
you take the crunchy and you put them in the microwave for a few seconds, bro.
Okay, you're just a
That
freak.
work?
There's no
That's
way.
Yeah.
that works.
that's no.
No, then you get
Who
That's
fresh.
a
invited this
pocket.
guy?
Like-
That's just weird.
No, then you get like fresh, like baked, like soft, melted chocolate chips. Oh,
If you're
No.
putting that much work into it, why not just bake your own fucking cookies?
Something
point?
you guys know. Something you
I
guys
think
don't know
baking
about Tucker
cookies
is he
and putting
puts
it in for, like-
maximum effort into finding the worst combinations of food possible.
bro, shut up, Brock.
Name one, Brock.
Literally, he makes fun of me
He
for.
puts barbecue sauce on everything. And I'm
Yeah,
not saying it's a
eggs.
bad thing because barbecue sauce is gas.
On
He puts barbecue
eggs?
sauce on
Yes,
eggs,
bro.
Eggs.
Yes,
That's
No.
kinda sus. That's
eggs,
kinda
pizza
sus.
rolls.
That is strange.
Caleb. I mean, oh shit.
So there I was, barbecue sauce on my titties.
All right.
No, I'm gonna throw a curveball and say my Chips Ahoy is definitely the chunky.
What?
I'm not
The
a fan.
chunky?
I'm not a
The
fan.
chunky Chips
What?
Ahoy, bro.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
The chunky. They have
it's a
chunk
thing.
of
It's good.
chocolate chips. They're gas.
Oh, they're not like the regular fucking miniature Hershey
No.
Kisses chocolate chips. They're like the chunks. Got
They've
it.
got chunks.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
dude,
had those.
They do be kind of chunky though.
Gotta love
So-
the chunks.
So they're like so they're just huge chocolate chips. That's it.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Got it.
I'll
Sorry.
look for those next
They're
time
they're
I'm in
pretty
the store.
gas. I
Yeah.
will confirm they're pretty gas. It's
All
like
right.
the double stuffed Oreos.
I'm gonna introduce our special guest today. First off, welcome back to the Aw Shit Show. This is episode number 3. I think we're doing
Yeah.
pretty good. This is a Halloween special edition, so by the time this is out, it'll be Halloween. But we do have a special guest here today, Mr. Tucker Kerfman himself. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi,
What the
my name is
fuck?
Tucker, and I have a basketball game tomorrow. So
Okay.
I don't know anybody in this thing except for Brock. So
All right.
Yo,
Well, you know
I
us
am-
now.
I'm glad that you guys are welcoming me in with open arms. It makes me feel loved.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
we kind of
but
met
I
you off
do,
pod.
but I mean, I do have my ex-boyfriend in this in here. So,
whoa,
Caleb,
whoa.
I can't
That's
believe
true.
you're already
That's true.
bringing that up.
Starting this shit off with a bang.
got
Things could
to.
get a little tense.
Speaking of bang, that's what we used to do before you cheated on me.
Oh, you cheated on me, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm not actually dating him. So, or never
Yo,
did date him.
Dylan.
But he still cheated on me.
Nope.
Yo, look in the fucking chat. Oh my god. I totally forgot about that.
Bruh.
Okay, so
That's
for the
Tucker.
listeners, this is totally out of context, but there was a guy that we were playing search against. And his
we
name
love
was
to just hate on people. Like, just
and
totally
we
shit
were
on them.
talking mad shit, and this guy was
Especially if
getting
they're-
fucking whacked, and he was saying how he had so much money, and he was like getting a bag, and
We
he
had
told
him
us,
so heated.
yeah,
Okay, hold
and
on,
he,
hold on,
he
hold on, hold on.
told us to have him look him up on Instagram, and we fucking looked him up, and that dude is an ugly motherfucker.
Ugly
I know,
ass
I
dude.
That dude is
Hey.
like the definition of a
ugly
fucking ugly ass.
I
But
know
he's-
you guys can't. I know the people listening to the podcast can't see this, but please, someone tell me that that's a gold grill in his mouth,
I know. His teeth are yellow.
bro.
I
That's
really hope
That shit's
it's a good
crazy.
Is Sir Guapalot? Look him up.
Sir
Guapalot.
Guapalot.
with
Yeah,
the
sir.
underscore.
And
at
if
the
you're
end,
watching,
please.
if you're listening to this podcast, please take care of your teeth.
he looks.
Hygiene, please, people. Hygiene.
He
Listerine.
looks like one of those troll dolls that you find in your grandma's basement
Oh,
that
that
are
has
always
dust all
naked.
over it and got sucked on by like your aunt 30 years ago. Thrown in a
Oh,
corner and
shit.
forgot about. That's what he
Shit.
looks like.
I hope he's
For you
listening.
people listening,
I hope he's listening.
I really hope so too.
I
Oh yeah,
can,
he was
like-
talking about.
I
he's
can,
like,
like-
come to Texas. I have guns,
yeah.
and
I can
in one of his
tag him in the
Instagram
next in the next post.
One of his Instagram photos, this motherfucker got a high point hanging out of his pocket. Like that shit ain't gonna jam on the second shot.
So Tucker, word on the street is that you have some ghost stories to tell the listeners.
Yeah, I'm ready for some ghost stories.
Bro,
I'm
are we
ready.
already
I'm
ready?
ready.
Are we ready for this
I
already?
am ready to
We're
have
ready.
my timbers shivered.
This is the
Oh,
meat
I have
of
to
the
go
podcast.
first. All right.
Oh yeah, on the
I gotta
spot.
set the bar high. All right. So I have a couple of them. What do you want me to start with? You want to go like? Yeah, I'll just tell the one that I told Dan and Brock earlier. Okay.
Yep.
So y'all ever play with a Ouija board before?
Oh yeah.
No. Well, I mean, like,
No, because I'm
I
not
played with a
stupid.
wee wee
No.
before.
I
Okay,
know
Caleb.
Dan and I
Keep
have.
me and your
No,
bedroom
because-
shenanigans out of this.
I'm like smarter than that, and I also
Okay.
don't like. I would rather like I prefer to sleep.
Okay, well I played with a Ouija board multiple times. So, and one time, I was with me and my mom and her boyfriend, right? And we're sitting there, playing it, and I knew it wasn't fake, cause like the things that it was saying and like how it was spelling it. I knew my mom and her boyfriend weren't that smart. Like they had no idea it was. Like you said, Indians, like they called them Indians back in the day. I knew they didn't know that. Like, fuck, I barely knew that. And so, literally, we played like for a couple hours about it. Got to learn a little bit about the spirits. Obviously, even that's got to have some fun with them. But the next day, or a couple of days later, is what got freaky, bro. Freaky, and I'm talking freaky, not like
Like freaky?
yeah,
Like
like
Freaky Friday.
Like freaky.
like I'm talking Caleb
Like-
freaky, okay?
Like we're talking
Oh,
about
that's
Marilyn
fucking
Monroe in the
freaky.
White House freaky. Huh?
Yo,
Yeah,
this
freaky.
man is-
And I'm sitting there. We got like an L-shaped like couch and recliners put together, one of them duos.
Sectional.
There you go. Yep.
That's why you're here. That is why you're here.
And then and y'all know what like a TV stand is, right? Like a
No.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
no,
Yeah.
not something you set the TV on like
A TV tray.
A
yeah,
TV tray,
Thank you, bro.
aka my nightstand right now.
Tucker, our
Okay.
audience isn't 4 years old, by the way. Just
Yeah.
Okay,
so
fine.
I was cooking me up a kid cuisine, man.
Okay, whatever.
watching some
Then
bubble
So-
guppies.
I was laying on the couch. My mom was on the chair, and her phone was on the freaking the TV tray, and like it's off or whatever. And then next thing you know, it just starts dialing. And I looked at my mom, I was like, "What the hell? Like, what the fuck's going on?" And she's like, "Look at it." And I looked at it, and it came on, and I looked to see what it was dialing. And it was nothing but sixes, bro. And that's like the devil's number. So I was freaking out. My mom was freaking out. She like grabbed the salt and put it around all like the entrances, like windows, doors in the house, because like it's like a myth or whatever, that keeps demons out.
Demons already in your house.
Yeah, for real. And yeah, that's a night or a day I'll never forget.
Shit, man.
All right, so that was a good one for the intro. But I'm gonna start off with a question: who here believes in like a dimension that is walking around with us, like spirits and ghosts? Who believes in them?
I do. Kind.
I believe
feel
in
like it's like
ghosts, but
souls.
I don't know about the whole dimension that they're walking around with us.
Do you believe that
The upside down.
psychic people are telling the truth, or they're crazy?
I feel like most of the
Um,
shit that you see on TV is fake. As
One
well.
yeah.
Okay,
But
okay.
but I on the flip side of that, I do believe in mediums, but
Right. That's
all
what
of
I was
the
saying.
stuff
Psychic mediums.
all of the stuff on TV, it's probably like 90% fake.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Most definitely.
I do believe that there are some mediums out there that like
Yeah.
can actually talk to
All right.
the
So
dead.
going off that with psychics and mediums, I have a pretty crazy story, and this happened about 5 years ago. My grandfather passed away, and he passed away on my mom's birthday. And so I was a freshman in high school, and I just got picked up from football practice like the week that he died, and my mom picked me up, and she's like, "We're going to the mall," and I'm like, "I don't want to go to the mall. I'm gonna stay in the car." She's like, "All right." She's like, "I'm gonna go get some makeup for myself for my birthday," and I'm like, "All right." So I'm gonna stay in the car. She goes inside. She's in there for like an hour and a half, bro. And I'm like, "Where the hell is she? Did something go wrong in there?" So eventually I see her walking out here and walking to the car. She gets in the car, and I can obviously see that she's like distressed, and she had been crying. And I'm like, "What the hell happened?" She's like, "You'll never believe what the hell just happened." I'm like, "Tell me." So she goes on to tell me that she walked up to the counter, and the clerk, the cashier at Bergner's, um, the first thing she said to her was, "I don't like telling people this, but I've been able to see and talk to dead people since I was a kid." That's the first thing she said to my mom. And my mom was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Straight up. And she said, "I don't want to scare you, but there's a man standing behind you with his hand on your shoulder." And my
Oh
mom's
shit.
like, all of
I'm
a
out.
sudden, my mom said, like a chill ran up her spine. And she said that it was my grandpa standing next to my mom. And she said that she knew his name. She knew that they were son and daughter and father. She knew everything about some drama going on between family members after he passed, with like legal will factors. She knew everything. She knew he loved the golf, that he went to a country club all the time. She said that the medium told my mom that my grandpa was up in heaven playing golf with his best friend who had just passed away. And she named my grandpa's best friend who had died.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
So
what the
I'm like,
Bro,
what the
That is
hell?
yes.
wild.
So
that is Jesus himself.
at this point, I'm freaking out, and I'm like, why did I not go in here? Why did I not go in there and witness this myself? And my dad's never gonna believe this. Dad doesn't really believe in ghosts and all that. So we go back home, and we're trying to explain to my dad. My dad's not having it at all. And we're sitting in the kitchen. I'm like, "Dad, this really happened." Mom was really freaked out. I've never seen mom like this. And after my grandpa passed, my mom took his possessions. And like I said, he just passed away a few days ago. And so his possessions, like his cell phone, his wallet, his keys, were in the kind of junk, I guess you can say, junk drawer of like we keep all of our like mail and stuff in our kitchen. And when my dad said, "No, it's not. Didn't happen," my mom said, "Yes, it did." And my dad got really mad for some reason and said, "No, it did not. This did not happen." And right when my dad said that, my grandpa's phone, that was off, turned on and started ringing.
No fucking
No
That's
way.
Yes,
fucking
I
wild.
Bro.
I cannot make
Jesus.
this up,
Dude,
I'm
I
chilling.
would be I would probably be shaking.
bro.
What?
Yeah.
It was insane.
What did your dad say after that?
He was speechless. I went into
Well,
the
shit, I would
drawer.
be too.
I went into the drawer and I picked up the phone and I said, That's Grandpa's phone. That just rang when he said that, Dad." And he couldn't say anything.
Yeah,
And
I couldn't either after that.
over the years, my mom's had several run-ins with this medium, like just out in public, and she's told her things that this woman should not know. Every time that my mom sees her, she tells my mom something about our personal life. She knew that my grandma died. She knew that I had my surgery the day that my grandma died. My grandma died while I was in surgery. She knew that. She knew that I played football at college and that I needed surgery for my shoulder. She said all this to my mom.
What the fuck?
Maybe
Yeah.
she just stalks your family.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Maybe you just have a stalker.
That's a possibility, but I don't know, man. There's no way she could have known that my grandma died at the same time that I was in surgery.
That's crazy, dog.
That was a crazy story.
That was a great
That was
story.
that was better
That
than
is-
mine.
Bro, that made me chilly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember the first time that Brock told me that we were sitting in the living room, and like I felt chills. Like I was just like blown away because like he and I were like talking about that shit, and then he brought up that story, and I was shooketh to the core.
Oh, and to that, I'm kind of dragging this out a little bit, but a couple years ago, my mom and dad were telling the same story that I just told you guys to a group of friends at a restaurant, and they got to the exact part where my dad said, "No, this didn't happen," and my grandpa's phone rang, and right when my dad said that he had said that, someone at the table's phone rang, and it was an unknown number, and they picked it. It's crazy, like someone's phone at the table rang right when my dad said that.
Dude.
Dylan, what story were you
hold
talking
on.
about?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
1 second, Dan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just remembered a part of this story. So the original encounter that my mom had with this medium, she was telling her all this, saying that my grandpa was in heaven playing golf with his best friend and all that. Well, the day, oh my God, it's just giving me chills. The day after my grandpa died, which was my mom's birthday, my grandpa died at like midnight on my mom's birthday. The day after, March 23rd, my mom's birthday, my mom woke up, obviously distraught that her dad had just passed away. And she looked out the back window, and there was literally every type of bird you can imagine
Fire shotgun.
that is native to Illinois. Every single bird that you can imagine: geese, ducks, mockingbirds, robins, cardinals, all in our backyard. Crazy. Well, when she had an encounter with the medium asked her. The medium said, "Your dad asked you if you liked the birds."
Okay, what the fuck?
What
Yes.
the? Oh my god.
What?
The birds work for the
Yes.
bourgeoisie.
I was just about to say that.
Bro,
What
it's
the
crazy.
fuck?
Bro. That's fucked. That's crazy.
That shit just kept
Dude.
kept on getting
Hold
crazier
Yo.
and crazier.
Bro. Fuck. You just put my story in the dirt, dog.
How long ago did you say this was?
So he passed away in 2015,
Not that long ago.
and yeah, no,
That's wild.
Wow.
yeah, it's pretty
That's
crazy.
wild.
Dylan, what story were you
Great
talking
Western
about
State.
that we know? Because I don't know
So-
what you're talking about.
So I'm just gonna give you a keyword, and before I tell you a story, so you're on like the same time frame. iPad and tape.
Is
Oh my
Dylan-
god. No. Oh, let's fucking hear it.
Okay. All right. So, back when Dan and I were kids, we played football together, and a lot of times after football or whatever, the weekend, a lot of the football boys would come over with their parents and everything. We just have like a big old sleepover. And I think it was my birthday.
It was your birthday. Yep.
It was my birthday, and we were just kind of sitting outside. I think we were playing Slenderman, and we were like, "Let's go try to find a fucking ghost or whatever." And we all just had like iPods and shit. But nah, I was like, "Let's film this." I didn't grab my iPod to film it. I taped a iPad to my chest to record it.
Yo, this is like primitive ghost hunters.
This is like, yeah, seriously. Come down here like
We were
Tony
not very
Starkers.
smart.
Dollar Tree edition.
And so we lived in like a circle, and so all of us boys, we went out. I think it was like 8 of us. All of us just like run around trying to find a ghost in this circle, like at night. And we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We're just kind of running around, taking videos, doing whatever. And we come across this house with its garage door light off, or was it on? No, it was on. And I turn to it as I'm running past it, and I just see this figure, like a shadow, come across the garage. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Because, like, if you know how the garage light was set up, there would be no shadow because it would just be directly on it. There was nothing in the way of it. It was just literally just a shadow going across the garage door. And we run back inside because we found a ghost.
Yeah, and at this point, we are all 12-year-old kids absolutely freaking out.
Freak the fuck out.
Like fucking hyperventilating.
We just got
everything.
off. We just got off playing Slenderman, and we just found a ghost. Like fucking terrified. And we watched the video over, and you see us running around, and then it pans over to the garage door, and you see the fucking shadow moving across the garage door. And we're all just like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck? We run out again. We didn't see it. We screenshotted it. We paused it. We screenshotted it. I don't know where the fuck it went.
I wish
But
we still.
somewhere out in the world. Dan, I don't think I told you this though. That same house, I lived in the basement, and so when we decided to move out to the country, my dad told me my dad told me that someone died in that house.
Really?
They had a heart attack in that house. The owner before, and he had a heart attack in the basement.
Oh,
And
fuck.
where I was sleeping, which is a terrible idea. Thanks, Dad.
What the fuck? He said that
And-
after you moved out.
Yeah, because he didn't want to freak me out. And
Oh my
I was
god.
Yeah, we didn't want you to have your own heart attack.
yeah, and the weirdest part was like I never had like a weird encounter except for at night I could hear like footsteps above and going down the stairs. And I'd be like, oh, it's just my fucking dad or my brother or my stepmom. But then I'd ask him in the morning and be like, did you go, were you up last night? Were you doing something? No. And I heard weird things in the house, but I never had like an explanation for it until he told me that yeah, someone died in that house.
It really could have been your dad fucking with you because he
It
likes
could have been
that.
because my dad loves doing that. You know that. You know that.
Loves doing that.
Oh, I should tell that story later. The clown.
Oh my god.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my only like scary story with like ghosts or whatever. I played
don't-
with Ouija boards and stuff, but
I've never played with a Ouija board. I've never really had any like
yes,
ghost.
you have. We've done it together,
I have never played with a Ouija board in my life.
bruh.
I
I've
will never touch
I've
that
never-
in my
I've-
life.
Ouija board. I can tell you for a fact that you didn't do it with me.
Well, I'll come up and visit you guys and we can do it together.
Jesus
Hell
Christ.
no.
No,
Oh,
no,
you're gonna
no.
do it with
Keep
them
that
now?
shit away.
Yeah,
Keep it
Caleb.
away. I
Yeah,
don't want
Caleb,
to.
I will.
Wow.
You're
This
not
is what I
bringing
was
a
talking
Ouija
about
board in this
earlier.
Fine,
house.
Caleb,
I'll
I'll-
make you drive back home.
Caleb, I'll fly to Guam.
I don't.
Perfect.
Okay. So I have one. It's nowhere near the level of Brock's, but the beginning of it's kind of fucked up. So let's see. I was in like 5th grade. Might even be before that. But okay, so we got this dog from a family friend. And he was probably like 5 months old, maybe like 8 tops. And this was when I was in Boy Scouts, no, Cub Scouts, yeah. I was in like 4th or 5th grade, but I was going to camp one day, and I remember my stepdad said that I need to let the dogs out because we had 2 dogs at the time. We had the one small one, and then we had kind of like a medium-sized one. And the medium-sized one was pretty aggressive, but it was almost like a playful one. And so he left for work in the morning, came and picked me up at like 10. And he said that I needed to let the dogs out in the backyard, but I put them on a leash because we were fixing the fence. So there's like holes in the leash. And their leashes and chains were hooked up to the porch. And Mom, if you're listening to this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But so I left for the day, came back. The fucked up part is I was the first one to walk in the house probably in the last, I don't know, fucking 10 hours. And I was like, hey, where the fuck are the dogs? And I was like, oh shit. Oh no. Run out to the fucking back door, run out to the porch. The one bigger dog is laying in the shade. And I'm like, where the fuck is, our like smaller dog? I'm like, what the fuck? And I fucking walk over to the fucking back of the porch. That motherfucker's hanging off.
Whoa.
That motherfucker was hanging off.
Hold
And
on.
Hanging off how? Like
okay, so and the way that it happened was that so their leashes were super fucking long. Yeah, because okay, so they were tied to the deck, and they were super long so that they could kind of go probably, I don't know, 10 yards out into the onto the lawn. And so I forgot to put them away. I forgot to put them in the house. And they were left all day. And the older, bigger dog had chased our smaller, brand new dog around the deck and got tangled up. And she jumped off of the porch, and fucking hung herself. She hung herself.
So what you're saying is you left your dogs outside, so you pretty much killed your dog.
Yeah. And my whole family knows this, and they know this story because we still talk about it. But I was in 4th or 5th grade, and I was fucking traumatized. I was the first one to come home after like 10 hours of them being outside. I couldn't tell you how long that dog had been dead, but it was so long. She had flies on her.
Oh fuck!
She had flies. I came home and she's she's on the back of the porch, literally hanging, stiff as a fucking board. And okay, so where she gets even worse, she gets worse than that. So probably fast forward, probably like two days, maybe like a week max, and I'm sleeping one night. And like I sleep on like the attic level of the house, and the dog used to always sleep with me. But I was sleeping one night, and I fucking hear something opened my door, and um, okay, so I didn't have a doorknob on my door because I broke it when I don't even know how, but we had to like break down my door. So I didn't have a lock, so you could like push open the door, but my door was shut. It's a solid wood door. Something pushed it open, and I was like, "Hello, somebody there?" Nothing. I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So I go back to bed, and there's something rustling at the bottom of my bed. Like I probably had like my backpack, my sports bag, maybe some clothes, but there was something rustling in my shit, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I like quickly turn on the light. Nothing's there. Nothing's moved. But I'm like, I definitely heard something move. And so I go back to bed, and it's probably like 2 a.m. I kid you not. I felt the dog rub up against me as I'm sleeping. I because she did the same shit that she did whenever she slept with me. She rubbed up against me, and like I felt it, and like I wasn't dreaming. Like I was still partially awake, but it wasn't something that I like thought of. Like I full on felt it, and I freaked the fuck out, jumped up, threw my covers everywhere, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Uh, the part where shit gets even scarier, and I don't think I ever told my mom this, but it was something that I knew that she was there. I could see the little prints that she had made in my sheets walking up next to me. I could see it in the bed.
Golly.
I could see the 4 individual prints walking up to where I was fucking laying. And after that point, probably for the next 3 or 4 nights, something would happen, and it got so bad to the point where I would have to sleep on the ground. But so the dog used to always play in my closet and shit. She would like fuck up. She would like fuck up my toys. She would always fuck up my shoes. And it was like the third or fourth night in a row, and she's fucking with shit in my closet. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And it's loud as hell. It was loud as hell, and she was like knocking shit over. And I kid you not, I'd heard her tiny little bark. I jumped up because I was laying on the floor. I was wrapped in my blanket because I did not want to have anything happen to me. I didn't want to have anything touch me. There was nothing around me at all. And she was fucking with my shit. And I opened the fucking closet door, turned the light on. My shit is everywhere on the floor. And that shit was picked up. And I fucking freaked out. I freaked out because I heard her little fucking like her little bark yip. I was fucking terrified. I didn't sleep for like the next 2 days. And it kept fucking happening. Every time I was alone in my room, she would do something that she always used to do, but it was always late. It was always late. It was never during the day. It was always when I was trying to go to bed and stuff. And it finally got to the point where I was up all night crying because like she would always be doing shit, and then I would like yell for my mom, and she would come up. She'd like, "What the fuck? What the hell's going on?" And shit. I'm like, "Fucking Ayla, bro. She's haunting me. Like she was like, fuck you, dude. You didn't fucking put me away. I'm gonna fucking haunt you." And I was terrified. And then we finally went to the local church, the church that we were going to at the time. And I went to like a therapy kind of prayer group for like the next week. And like that's how fucking bad it got because she would
That's some
fucking
pet
haunt
cemetery
me.
shit, bro.
No, yeah, she would fucking haunt me.
So you
And
killed this dog and then it haunted you.
yeah, I
Sounds
fucking
best.
I fucking killed my dog and she fucking haunted me for probably like a week and a half straight.
That is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I was
You
a
remind
traumatized kid.
you remind me of something, but it's totally off topic and it's I'll just say it. But I remember in high school, like I think we were coming off break or something, and the teacher was asking like people how their break was, and this one chick, she's just like, bad. She's like, my break was bad. And the teacher was like, why? It's like, my dog died. And teacher was like, oh shit, okay, change subject, but she just kept on going, and she was like, my brother left out a bag of Doritos and he stuck his head in and suffocated.
Oh
No way.
no.
What the fuck?
She
No.
said it, and as she was saying it, she started like she was crying. And oh my god, I've never had to like hold in a laugh harder in my life.
Bro, isn't that
Oh,
like the
shit.
definition of natural selection, though?
Yeah,
We
something
have
like
a
that.
I have a family friend, and their pug died from getting its head stuck in a bag of Doritos.
Fucking Doritos, man.
What a way. What a way.
Well,
to
okay,
die.
so
Doritos
I put my
my
dick in a bag of Doritos.
my high school quarterback, Will, if you're listening to this, you know exactly what I'm gonna talk about. So we had the same history class, and he comes to school late one day, and he's like kind of sad. I'm like, yo, what's up? And he goes, Hawk, my fucking dog died last night. I'm like, oh, that sucks. And he goes, no, it's really, really bad. And I was like, what do you mean? His little brother either did it on purpose or didn't. He left a whole bag of M&Ms on the floor in his fucking room, and their dog ate the whole bag and was dead. And it was dead on his fucking bathroom floor the next morning.
Oh
That
my
motherfucker was
Why are we
hungover.
laughing?
He was
I was like, yo, what the fuck? He was like, yeah, bro, chocolate will kill a dog. And I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Dylan, you remember
Jeez.
Bailey?
Yeah.
She ate like 3 bags of M&Ms at once one time,
That's a
and
that's a tough ass dog right there.
yeah, she was a trooper. She made it
That
through
dog's
it.
built
She was
different.
blind too.
Bailey,
she
Damn.
she just couldn't
Casey
hear.
Casey. Yeah, she was pretty much deaf by the time she was like 13-ish, but
You have bad
that's
luck with
as
dogs.
expected with dogs.
I mean, not Jinx, but fucking. Oh my
Coda?
god. No, your dog,
Oh,
Ellie.
Bailey? Ellie?
Ellie's fine, but Bailey and Casey. You had one dog that was blind and one dog that was deaf.
Well, she was
Jesus
Bailey.
Christ.
Bailey was
Put
just
him-
deaf because she
Put
was
them
old.
together,
She
you
was-
got fucking Helen Keller dogs.
What did you do them dogs, Dan? That's my real question.
Bailey was deaf because she was old, and Casey got ran over by a truck.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh.
Nice.
Yo, I have a shitty story about that. Okay, so it was my 13th birthday party, and we had this cat named Slash, and he was probably okay. So like, I'm not a huge fan of cats, but this cat was dope as fuck, like just a dope ass cat, and he was always fucking chill. He will hands down be the best cat I have ever had, but he was also a lazy sack of shit. And when I say lazy sack of shit, this dude was on top of my grandma's car, and she drove home with him on top of her car. That man was a trooper, made it all the way home on top of her fucking car. But it was my 13th birthday, and I get home from school, and my little brother said that they hadn't seen Slash all day. I was like, why? And he goes, I don't know. We just haven't seen him. And at the beginning of the party, when all of my friends were coming home, my stepdad is standing by the bush by the back gate, and he's kind of like blocking shit off. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And he was like, Slash died. And I was like, oh shit, what happened? He got fucking hit by this. Okay, this is how tough this fucking cat is. He got hit by a car, got fucked up, and walked to the backyard and died under a fucking bush on my fucking birthday.
Bruh. He
You
wanted
just,
you to
you just
find
don't
him.
have good
He
luck with that.
wanted
Yeah.
you.
No, okay, but that was only 2 out of I don't know how many fucking things, but that shit fucking ruined me. I was like, on my birthday, bro, you fucking piece of shit. God damn it. You couldn't do the day after?
Goddamn cat.
Yeah. But he was a black cat, and that dude was spooky. He was so fat, but like he was so sneaky. Like he scared the shit out of me so many times walking down to the fucking garage. Like he would somehow just be in there, and like I would open the door, and the only thing you could fucking see were his like bright green eyes just fucking staring at you, just looking through your fucking soul. And I'm like,
That's why I hate cats.
oh, gotta get the fuck out of here.
Fuck with black cats. Like they just have random like stray cats on base here, and there's this one black cat, and every time I fucking see him, something always goes wrong that day. I fucking hate him. I want to kill him.
That's a
I want to shoot
sign.
him.
That's a sign.
It is a sign that I'm gonna have
Okay.
a shitty fucking day.
I have a question. Is it true that there's a lot of stray dogs there?
There's a lot of fucking stray chicken and dogs and cats.
I've heard that like
Hell yeah, fucking Boonie dogs. We got those too.
I've just heard that stray dogs are like a huge thing. I haven't heard much about Guam, but definitely
They're
in
everywhere.
Hawaii, I've heard there's a lot of stray dogs. They're just fucking everywhere.
Bruh, I swear to
Yeah.
God, you'll be walking on the street here, and then you'll hear a cluck from fucking who knows where. You'll look over, and it's a fucking chicken. It's fucking weird. I've never seen a wild chicken before, but
Cook
they're
that
a
bitch
fucking
up.
thing.
Yeah, make you some nice fucking wings.
Throw it in
Bro,
the front.
they got so like they cook so much chicken here, and I guarantee some of it's off the street.
Probably, bro. That's fucking free food right there.
Damn straight. I ain't
I would
bitching.
do it.
I don't know.
I don't know if I have any more scary stories, but one that freaks me out that I wasn't even present for was so I've always been interested. My dad's been a cop for almost 30 years, and I've never, ever seen that man scared of anything. And I was interested, and I was like, Dad, what's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you while on duty? Because, like, being a police officer, you are the answer to everyone's bump in the night. Like,
Yeah.
those scared people who I heard something in my backyard. I think someone's, you have to go and check it out regardless. So, that's your job. And my dad's like, one night we got a call and said there's this owner of a abandoned warehouse who he thinks that squatters are there. And and my dad said, he's like, all right, I'm gonna go check it out. And he gets to this abandoned warehouse, and it's like, Henry and Dan, that big tall building over there on the end of Pine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
The
like broken windows.
grain elevator. The grain elevator.
It's
Yeah.
like broken windows, just a gray concrete building with open truck doors, open bay doors.
Yeah.
And my dad walks into an entrance and he announces himself. And as soon as he does that, he just hears like a blood curdling scream.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
No, don't do this to me. Oh, fuck.
And I think like sometime in this encounter, they received word that a mental, like someone who had a very bad mental problems or schizophrenia was like in there
Fuck.
missing from somewhere. And my dad, there's no other units available, so my dad had to check out the place himself. And it's like this huge warehouse, and he's going through the hallways and the offices parts of this warehouse, and like just with his flashlight on gunpoint, and he's like hearing noises all around him. Like he's pretty sure this guy's just like running circles around him. And like he said at one point he thought this dude was in the vents.
I would quit right there. I don't.
He's
I
venting.
don't.
Yeah, he's
I would
drop
quit
my
right
sus.
there.
Sus.
I will tell you right now, Brock. I'm getting fucking goosebumps from that shit because I would be terrified.
Yeah, I can't really. This is a long time ago. He told me this, but I can't really remember what the outcome of the situation was. I think they eventually got more people there and they found him and arrested him. But he said like just the
my God.
overall experience was
So there was an
was
actual
terrible.
dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was an
if
Dude,
you guys are scared,
I would not step in there at all. Like if it was just me, I would be like, I will watch from the outside, but I'm not going in. Unless I've got more than 2 people, I'm not going to fuck that.
Well, the night of 9, I was 1 years old. The night 9/11 happened. They got a report that a woman had fled into a park in downtown Quincy, where I'm from, and with a bunch of pill bottles to overdose and kill herself because of 9/11. Like she couldn't live in this world anymore
Jesus.
because, it was scary, everyone was scared. So she's like, so her family called and's like, she just ran into the park barefooted, barely any clothes on in September, and it's super cold out. He said it was super cold out, and she's gonna go take all these pills and kill herself in the middle of the woods. My
Yo.
dad was the only one who responded to that, so he had to search the woods by himself at night,
Mm.
and he rounded up
Mhm.
a couple civilians that were driving by and stopped to ask, because everyone was, everyone at this time was like pro-American. This is the night of 9/11.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, all these police officers and firefighters just died. My dad's in his police cruiser on the side of the road, and they stop and ask him if he's all right. My dad's like, I need help. There's this woman in here committing suicide, and this is a huge fucking park, bro. So he gets a couple people, and they go with him. Well, they find her, and she's already taken the pills. And my dad like sits there for like 45 minutes doing life-saving procedures on this woman, and eventually has to carry her out of the woods for the ambulance to find them. And he said that was scary too.
Thank you.
This man has been through some shit.
That man, dude, the amount of stories you
God
told us
bless.
is it fucking. That man has
Crazy.
been through it. That man has been like the first to so many fucking calls of just complete shit shows.
Yeah, it's a world. That's a world, man.
Fucking Quincy, bro, get your shit together.
Bro, Quincy's not even that bad. I can't even imagine some of the stories in like big cities, like Chicago
Yeah.
or something.
Some weird shit happens
You
in
know
Quincy.
Bro, some weird shit does happen in Quincy. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know
Quin-
what it is.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Quincy needs to get their shit together because, like, I live in a pretty large town, and like nothing like that really ever happens. Or I mean,
Well, not that you hear about.
well, like
You don't have
when
a cop that's
when
dead.
Colby was working for the family tow company, there was a lot of shit that I heard of, and there was a lot of shit that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some lady with her kids on Christmas. She flipped us off because we didn't pick them up because there was like, I don't know, like probably like a foot and a half of snow. And Colby just picked us up from my dad's apartment the morning of Christmas, and she like flipped me off in front of like three of her kids. She just like flipped us all off and was like saying shit. And I was like, whoa, come down there, big fella.
You know what I don't fuck with is
Gays.
people with like that are schizophrenic and shit. Like what they like, it's really interesting stuff. But like,
Yeah, you don't fuck
I've
with.
worked with someone with schizophrenia, and that shit's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, his name was Eric. He was fucking crazy, dog.
Do you work for your
How-
dad?
Yeah. I'll tell you a little quick story to tell you a little bit about Eric for some background. One day it was butt ass fucking winter in Nebraska, and we were on the job site, and Eric comes in and he's like, "Oh shit, forgot my coat." And we're like, "All right, just go back to your house and fucking get it." And he's like, "No, it's okay. I got something in the car." He goes down to his car, comes back onto the roof, and this motherfucker is
Gone.
wearing a bathrobe.
What the
He's
fuck?
literally wearing a fucking bathrobe. And we're all like, "Wait, you don't have a fucking coat in your car, but you have a fucking bathrobe? What the fuck is wrong with you?"
That man is prepared for anything.
Yeah, man, and all he would do on the job site was smoke cigarettes and just kind of sit there and watch other people work. And so yeah, he was just sitting there with a bathrobe and a hard hat on, smoking a cigarette on top of a roof. But yeah, he was schizophrenic and he was pretty chill. He was kind of dead in the eyes, but it's whatever. Whatever medication he's on, I get it. But one day, like a few months after that, he tells me, because I would always talk to him, I was super nice to him. You don't want to fuck with those people. He was telling me, yeah, I'm thinking about getting off my meds, and I'm like, oh, Eric,
No.
are you you think you're ready for that? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, how do you know if you should still be on them? He's like, oh, once I get off them, and as long as I don't listen to voices, especially the devil, I should be fine.
Whoa.
So I'm like, yeah. I was
Like, nah, dog, you definitely gotta stay on those, Chief.
so you're still gonna hear the voices, but you're just gonna say you're not gonna listen to them.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The voice in your head never has to take a breath.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
That freaked me out. That's fucked.
Okay, well,
My-
something
my
freaky
mom had
that's
to
going
admit-
on right now is we're taught for the listeners who have no idea what the fuck's going on. We're all trying to figure out who the fuck is playing in the background, and it's none of us.
Who's the
Yeah,
imposter?
I'm just sitting here.
Or
Me
it's
too.
fucking somebody who's lying, who's just trying to fuck with us. But I found
Yeah.
that I found that
That's
a little
weird.
freaky that this is the Halloween special and we can hear shit. That's not actually happening.
Yeah, I'm playing Rocket League.
Yeah.
God damn it, Dylan!
Oh my
You asshole!
Alright,
Damn it.
All you had to do was play along.
Yeah, you could just. That could
I
have
was
been a
just on the-
great.
I was
That
just
could
on
have been
the
a great
training
fucking bit.
part, so I was just, like, kinda
If you
playing by
guys
myself.
if you guys haven't got chills yet or want more than the other
Nope, I've already
stories
had
that
some.
I've told you,
Let's go hit him.
I got something even more freaky.
Oh,
Let's go.
fuck. Alright.
So I just remembered this. This isn't my story. So my best friend back home, his name's Logan Ross. He was the quarterback of our football team. He had a friend of a friend. So his friend was staying the night at his other friend's house. This guy was a severely depressed person, and he had attempted suicide 4 times. And on a serious note, like this guy was pretty fucked up in the head. Like he didn't want to live. He has going to like therapy and rehab for all this shit.
How do you feel?
Well, yeah, I don't know. He's like, I think he tried like pills 4 different times because he couldn't get his hands on anything else.
Shit.
Well, anyways, he was having a sleepover, and they were all over there, and they started hearing things, and they were like, "Oh, they just blew it off." And the guy who was suicidal in the past, he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom." And they're like, "Okay." They're all chilling in like his bedroom. He leaves, and all of a sudden they hear him screaming from the bathroom, and they run to him, and he's just standing there. He's standing there in the bathroom, just looking into the bathroom with like wide eyes and an open mouth, just in shock. And they're like, "What happened? What happened?" They finally got him calmed down, and he's like, "I opened the bathroom door, and I saw a vision of myself hanging from the bathroom
Oh my
ceiling."
god.
What
Brock,
the
oh no
fuck?
way. Brock.
Yes.
Chills went through my
Yes.
whole body.
BRB, gotta go change my shorts.
Oh.
Oh my god.
So they're like,
Yo.
Bro.
they think this is just all in his head, and they're trying to calm him down, and all of a sudden they hear like shit being thrown in the basement.
Oh
Like,
my god.
thrown around.
Stop. Oh god, where are we going here?
What the
Stop.
fuck?
So do you guys know those like heavy duty mag light things? It has a handle on it and it's a spot like a portable spotlight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Look
It's
behind me.
It's like way bigger than a flashlight. It
Yeah,
has a
we have
big-
them
Yeah,
out
yeah,
in,
yeah.
like, woods and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, and
Oh my
the thing's
God.
powerful and it can see everything. So they, oh my God, they go into, they hear all this noise coming from the basement, and like a classic horror movie, they grab this spotlight, and all four of them go into the basement of this house, slowly down the stairs. And the first guy has the spotlight, and it's the eyewitness testimony of all four of these guys. He, like something out of a movie, he turns on this fucking spotlight into the corner of the room and starts panning the room, and he gets to the far corner, and he said, this is his words. He said the light hit a wall of darkness, and he was
Fuck.
shining the light into this corner, and the light was not. It wasn't illuminating the room.
What the fuck?
And he
Bruh.
said all of a sudden a shadow that appeared to have horns stepped out of the dark spot, and right when they saw it, the spotlight exploded in his hand.
Oh my good God.
Like
Bro, I can't even look behind me right now.
It peeled open like a fucking an orange peel. It
I can't.
exploded,
What
and when
the
they went down there
fuck?
the next day in the daytime, it was sitting there on the ground, and it was like the mechanisms and the batteries and all the wiring were just like, it looked like a head had been exploded.
Jesus. Dude, I would burn
Fuck
down the
that.
house. I wouldn't be able to stay there
Yep,
anymore.
I'm moving.
So he said the guy who's suicidal said that was the devil trying to get to him again.
Oh,
That it was like a demon that was making him feel this way, making him try to attempt suicide all the time. It was trying to get to him. And what's significant about the bathroom
God.
that he went into is that's the bathroom he tried to commit suicide in like 3 out of the 4 times.
Oh my God. Dude, holy
Jesus.
fuck. So is he all right now? Like,
Yeah,
Yes.
he's dead. I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Whoa.
Yo, you said that so
Whoa, bro.
fucking
Come
serious,
on.
and I was like,
No,
Bruh.
I'm kidding. He's alive.
okay, good.
Because to say,
Jesus.
depression's real, bro.
Yeah.
It is, but like that's just some scary shit. That's some unexplained shit.
That's terrifying. I don't even know if I have any other scaries. Oh, no. I do. I have one, and like, I called my mom. Fuck. I think I was in like, damn near like 7th or 8th grade, and it was Halloween night. No.
Oh, shit.
It was Halloween night, or it was the night before, it was the night after, but it was sometime around Halloween because my stepdad thought that I was being like a scaredy cat. You know, he just thought I was being like a huge pussy and shit.
Big
But yeah, but it was either the night before or the night after because I know it wasn't on, but my mom and stepdad weren't home, and I was home. I think my little brother was upstairs sleeping, but I was watching TV and I get ready to turn off the lights. I was getting ready to go to bed, but I hear this super loud knock at the door, like super fucking loud, like. I was like, what the fuck? And I think we had cameras at the time. It was either that or I think I looked out my brother's bedroom window and there was nobody there. And I was like, what the fuck? He was like, what? What's wrong? I'm like, did you not hear that big ass bang at the door? And he was like, no. I was like, that shit was loud as hell. And he was like, no. And then so like I went downstairs to go turn off the dining room and kitchen lights, and I fucking hear the screen door open. I'm like, oh, hey mom. Didn't hear anything. I was like, what the hell? And then I fucking peek over to the door, and we had our porch light on. It goes out for probably a split second, and I just hear this fucking bang, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I ran and hid behind the couch, and probably 3 seconds after that, I just hear glass shattering everywhere. Like it felt like it was right next to my head, and that was freaking the hell out because I could hear glass breaking everywhere, and I'm freaking the fuck out. And I turned all of the lights back on. I don't even remember what I did. I think I hid underneath the covers in the living room for like 5 minutes. I was like texting or calling my mom, and she called the neighbors, and they came over to check on me, and they were like, "Hey, what's going on and stuff?" I'm like, somebody's trying to break into the house, or like I was just like I was freaking the fuck out. And so when Colby got home, we walked up and down the street, looked for like glass and shit. But the only thing that we found was there was one single footprint in the flower bed, in front of the front porch. It was just one footprint, and like it was too wide to be any of ours. Um, and I like it was just one. But I told Colby, I was like, no, I for sure heard glass shattering everywhere. Like it was all around the house. And I'm like, no, dude, somebody was here. Somebody was trying to fuck with us. It could have been a bunch of kids. I don't know, but there was somebody here at the house. And he was like, no, man, we just walked. There's no broken glass. And to this day, I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I that was the one time where if I'm the only one that's home, those lights are fucking staying on until somebody fucking comes
Ugh.
home. Those lights are staying on because as soon as I turn out those lights, bro, I was a crying little baby back bitch. I will fucking say that I was crying and bawling my eyes out. I was so fucking terrified.
Damn.
Damn, bro.
Uh,
I mean, I don't have stories that like compared to what Brock had said, because Brock's definitely a top one of the night for me. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
for sure, 100%.
And I mean, these aren't like long, but they're kind of like short ones. That I used to live in the house across the street from me. We just built this house, and like, when I was younger, I'd stay there by myself a lot because I was like that age where I don't have to have parents at home, whatever. That I don't have any siblings that live with me, and you could hear like people when they walked by, you could hear their voices or whatever. So like I used to like to play with the blinds and shit and just like see who's outside, right? Walking by.
yeah.
My bed's right next to the window. So I'm sitting there one day, I'm playing with the blinds, right? Up and down, up and down, up and down. And I like stopped doing it, went back to watch TV. I hear a noise in my room. I go back and the blinds are just going up and down by themselves. And
What
like
the fuck?
I know I fucking ran outside to my friend's house. I did not want to go back there until my dad got home. So that's something that freaked me out. I mean, it's not.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's not crazy, but it was freaky. Like I remember that. And
Your
then
blinds were going up and down.
yeah, bro, like legit by themselves. Like I promise you.
I
Like just
probably wouldn't even be sleeping in that
it's the same room I
in
slept
that
with every
room.
day. Yeah.
Nope,
So
nothing.
yeah, but I mean,
So
we knew there was like a ghost there, cause like there's other like things that happened there. Like one time, me and my mom were doing laundry, and like we just got done folding her laundry and like the towels and my laundry and everything, and me and her went to put up the towels in the bathroom, and we come back into the living room and all the clothes are just thrown all over the living room. So like we knew there was like something in that house, but I mean that's something we just lived through. It kind of got used like normal to us.
shit.
Yeah, bro.
Friendly
I've
neighborhood ghost.
Yeah,
got a
for real.
I've got a story, but it's easily explainable. And it's do you guys remember that whole time when like the people were seeing like clowns
Yeah.
Mhm.
hmm
about and shit?
Fuck those
Um,
people. If you're listening to this right now and you were one of those people, you can genuinely go fuck yourself.
Doug Block.
so it was about the time. It was right after we moved out to the country, and I was seeing these videos, and there was this one that was like on a country road, and the dude came out of like a cornfield and shit. So I was like, oh, that's kind of fucked. Had me thinking because I lived out in the country, and that was going on, and had Dan over one night. Dan, Jaden, James, and a few of the girls that we hung out with a lot. And what we would do just to kind of like scare ourselves or whatever, we would go out into the woods with like one of those flashlights, like that Brock was saying, one of them big ones, that the fog lights. We went out there, we're walking around, going through the trails and shit, and it was super foggy, full moon, everything. And it was like 12 at night. It's a great night to do it, to get ourselves scared. We're walking, we hear some fucking footsteps, whatever, some leaves fucking doing whatever. And I point my flashlight on it, nothing's happening. And it happens again, and we take the fuck off. We go back to the house, and as we start walking up the hill, up to the house, we start hearing something again over off to the right of us. And I shine my flashlight over there, and we don't see anything. So we start walking back up again, just talking, and then it happens again. And I shine my flashlight over this time. And in between, in some bushes and by a tree, there was just this clown mask staring at me. And the girls saw it, everybody saw it, and they freaked the fuck out. I was freaked out, but I was like, Dan and Jaden had to been fucking with us because they stayed inside. They didn't want to go out.
Me and Jaden were just sitting in the house.
Yeah, they didn't want to go out and adventure with us. So I was like, it's probably them fucking with us. So I ran up with them, and James, I'm pretty sure he shit himself because to get in the house, he was behind the girls, and he pushed the girls out of the way and just went in without them. And this dude had a fucking machete. He was the only armed man on the scene, and he took the fuck off. And so we go inside, everybody's freaking out, and we go into the basement, and I see Dan and Jaden just sitting there. And at that point, I'm like, holy fuck, this is real. This is real. So I run upstairs, start pounding on my dad's door. I'm like, Dad, there's a fucking clown outside. Get the fucking guns. Get them all, lock the doors. And he's not answering. Finally, my stepmom, she comes to the door. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you yelling? It's so late at night. And I'm like, just fucking listen to me. There's a fucking clown outside. And she's just not having it. So I run up to the glass door, and I start to lock it. And as soon as I'm locking it, the clown comes up to the door. And I'm like looking this man dead in the face from like 3 feet away. The only thing separating us is this glass door. And I've got it locked, and I'm pointing to the fucking clown. I'm like, you fucking see there's a fucking clown right there. Get the guns. Where the fuck is Dad? And I'm just sitting there freaking the fuck out, tripping balls. And I look at the clown, and the mask comes off, and it's just my dad giggling his ass off. I was so fucking mad. I was so fucking
Oh
mad,
my-
man.
Holy
So
shit.
fucking funny.
I
The
was
way
so.
when you saw me and Jaden sitting on in the basement, you just
was
fucking
pure
your
horror.
heart just dropped. Like
It was pure
you
horror.
were 100% sure that it was us two doing it. Then when you saw
Yeah.
us sitting down there, you started like freaking out.
Oh my god.
I would too.
That just brought me up to another story. The cabin.
Oh my.
So, in Nebraska, there's not much to do, so we just gotta make your own fun. So it's a lot of adventures, and we found this abandoned cabin out in Ashland or whatever, abandoned ski lodge. And James and I knew about it. We went up there, and we were like, "This is cool and all, but we
Is
should
it the
do
one that
something
we
with
all
it."
went to?
Yeah, yeah,
With
yeah.
like that O'Bara guy by the river.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you were there too.
Okay.
But yeah, we found that place.
Oh
and
yeah, I
we're
guess
like,
you were there
we should.
too. Just fuck myself again.
we like we gotta do something more. And Dan was the only person that didn't really know about it. Like we talked
I
about
had
it
been there. I
before.
had been there before.
Oh, you had.
I
Okay.
didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it.
That wasn't my
Okay.
first time there.
Oh, okay.
That was my
Well,
first time there.
I thought it was. And
No.
so James and I, we cooked up a plan. All right. We're like, we're gonna we're gonna fake a murder in this abandoned ski lodge and drag Dan in here and scare the shit out of him, make him think that someone died here. We're great friends.
The most
So-
terrifying experience of my life.
So we bought fake blood and we put like a trail of it coming from like this industrial fridge. And we filled like some pillowcases and shit into this this potato sack, and we put some blood on it, whatever. And it looked fucked up, looked real fucked up, like someone actually died there. And so we go meet up with Dan, and we're just casual, like, oh, we should do something. Oh, there's this abandoned ski lodge we should go to. Everybody was down, so we went there, and we started walking up, just luring Dan in. And we get up there, and we're like, holy shit, it's unlocked. We go in, we're like, this wasn't locked before, what the fuck? And we start just checking out the bottom floor, and then we start making our way up to the top floor. And we let Dan go first, because up the stairs and right on top of the stairs is where you can see the whole thing. So we let Dan go first, and he's walking up these stairs, and
Go first.
three steps before like the top of it, he looks in and he's like, holy shit, we gotta go. And we're like, what happened? What's going on?
My
And
God.
we just milked the shit out of it. And so we go up and we're like, we can't leave it here, Dan. We can't. We have to call cops, or we have to like bring it out. And Dan's like, no, we gotta fucking go. We can't come back. We can't. All right. He's freaking the fuck out. And finally, me and James, we pick up this thing. And we're like, Dan, we can't leave it. We have to take it. We can't just leave it here.
As soon as you picked it up, I knew.
No,
Oh,
you did not. No, you
I
did
did.
not. Because you were standing at the bottom of the stairs arguing with us. No.
It was still
And
fucking
then-
creepy. I just thought you
and-
guys were idiots, which you
and
are.
then James and I look at each other at the top of the stairs, holding this fucking fake dead body, and then we just chuck it at Dan at the bottom of the stairs. This motherfucker, I've never seen this motherfucker run so fast. I've never seen this big boy run that fast.
There was
Like,
a
he
fake
took-
dead body in an
he-
abandoned cabin.
He took the fuck off, dog. It was funny as shit. Dan, I'm sorry, but that's a good story.
It's all right. I got to play with the fire extinguisher after.
Yeah. Then there's also an add-on to the story. A few weeks later, I took up my baseball buddy up to the cabin to show him, and we're up there, and we're on the second floor. We look out the window, and there's just this sheriff with an AR-15 walking up the drive. And I'm like, holy shit, Jason, we got to get the fuck out of here. So we boonk out the back side of it, go through the woods, down this cliff, and to my Bronco. And his police car's just like on the other side of the road, about like maybe 30 yards away. I turn on my Bronco, and I'm just like, fuck. And I turn it back off because I'm like, he's just gonna show up at my house if I don't, and if I just drive away. And as soon as I did that, another cop pulled up, skirting in with his fucking Dodge Charger, and told us to get the fuck out of the car, searched us, everything, asked us what the fuck was going on. But the weird part was, he kept on saying, "Do you know what the fuck is going? Who owns this?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "It's my boss." I'm like, who the fuck is your boss? And I'm just trying to keep Jason cool with our hands on the hood. He's fucking melting down over there. I'm like, "Jason's gonna be all right." And the cop's like, just laying on hard. He's like, "No, it's not gonna be all right. This could be a fucking felony or whatever." The cool cop, he comes back down. We talk to him. We tell him, "Yeah, we were just up there. We were just hanging out. We were actually just like dusting the fucking place. Don't know why. We were just bored up there and just like hanging out. We were actually dusting it." He didn't believe that for 1 second. And I wouldn't either. And he called my dad and told him that story, and my dad laughed and was like, "Bullshit, bullshit." And so we went up there with the cop, looked around and everything. Came back down. He called my dad back up. He's like, "Well, I guess they weren't lying. They weren't doing anything wrong up there." My dad was like, "There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way." He said this to the cop. Like he wanted us to get in more trouble.
Your dad didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, he's definitely guilty. He's my son. Yep, he's guilty.
Exactly. That's exactly what he was doing. And they let us go. They told us that they had to talk to the person who owned it to see if they wanted to press charges for like, it'd be like breaking, entering, trespassing, and fleeing from the cops. And when I got home, I talked to my dad. He didn't care. He was like, he just thought it was funny because he's from Nebraska too, and he knows how it goes. And finally, I found out who the fuck owned it after like a few weeks. It was Pete Ricketts, the governor of Nebraska, owned the fucking abandoned cabin in the woods.
Oof.
That we just fucking.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh
Now
yeah.
that we're-
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I missed out one part. As we were walking through with the cop, he looked into the space where we faked the dead body shit, and he was like, "Did you guys do this?" And I didn't lie to him, but I said, "Oh, that was there when we got here." He was like, "Oh, well, it's not real blood because it would have been brown by now." And I was like, "Whew, shit, I guess." So yeah, that's that story.
Now that we bring it up again, we should go up there when you come home for leave.
Oh God, no, bro.
I'm
I'll
down.
go with you guys. I'll do it.
This
I'll bring
Henry's
a bat
down.
though.
Henry's down.
Huh?
I said Henry's down. Let's do it.
We gotta be smarter about it. But no, I
No, we have to be dumber about it.
No, because what fucked me up was I parked my car right, kind of like maybe 100 feet from the entrance of the drive, and the drive was like, it was a long drive, like it's a fucking hill to get up to this place.
Yeah.
And it's surrounded by woods and shit. And the cop saw that Bronco just sitting there, and he's like, "Huh, I wonder."
OJ is here.
Yeah. But he came up with an AR-15. He was locked and loaded. He was ready to fucking shoot some motherfuckers. He told me, he was like, "Yeah, you guys, I could hear you running through the woods. You guys aren't sneaky."
Are you sure about that, Ossifer?
Does anybody have like some real like scary stories like fucking holy shit like some real person like shit like kind of what Henry's dad, not Henry but Brock's dad got into?
Trying to think.
Can't say that I do.
No, the scariest moment of my life was here.
When you
actually.
called your girlfriend your girlfriend.
Yeah, that was pretty scary too. But no, it's not anything that's like creepy. It was just flat out scary. Like I definitely thought I was going to die. They're doing like a clearance for like where they're gonna build everything for the Marines when they move from Japan to Guam. And
Yeah.
the people out there doing the clearance found half of a 500-pound bomb, like
Holy
just
shit.
chilling in the forest. And so like we responded to it, and it's like 300 pounds of fucking bomb. Like we're not picking that thing up. So we got like one of those backhoes, like a fucking digger that we were gonna like strap the like bomb to the bucket. Except what we didn't know is the people that owned it, there was like a dead spot in the hydraulics. So when we were lowering the fucking bucket down to the bomb, it just started fucking free falling. And like it's a fucking excavator bucket, like it's gonna do some fucking damage, and like it just started free falling right onto the bomb and like stopped maybe 2 feet above it.
Oh shit.
But yeah, like we were all standing around it, like, yep, he's just gonna fucking lower it, and like everybody like fucking just froze for a solid like 10 seconds, just kind of like looking at it. Like I thought it was gonna fucking smack that bitch and go off. Like we were. That's
Go
the
off
scary.
if you got smacked like that?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
because
Oh fuck.
I don't
usually
know if
like
you guys have ever been super scared in your life, but have you ever woken up in the place where they keep all the school buses at like 5 o'clock at night?
No way.
I can't
What?
say I have.
No
No.
Wait, what?
Yes.
No,
bro.
I don't think I've ever just waken up in the middle of a fucking parking lot.
They left you on the fucking
It
bus,
wasn't just a
dog.
parking lot, bro. It's a whole ass fucking it's a building.
Bus bar.
yeah,
This dog fell asleep on a bus.
Bro, this has happened to several people that I know.
how
What?
the fuck?
Brock, you
How do you
loser.
fall
How?
asleep?
I fell asleep on the bus and I woke up and no one was on the bus. The bus driver didn't check the bus because I was always like the last person on the bus. My bus ride in like 7th and 8th grade was probably an hour to 45 minutes long.
Shit.
So
How
I'd
did
always
you
like,
how did you get home?
I had a cell phone.
Oh, you just like, well, welcome my happy ass home.
Well, the thing is, like, it's not like my parents weren't concerned for my well-being. I was like in seventh grade, going in the 8th, so I would have been like 13,
Like
13
12
years
or
old,
13.
12 or 13, and my parents, like, throughout my whole life, have both worked 12-hour shifts. So they were both working, and like I would get off the bus and walk myself home and hang out at home. Well, the person who didn't give a fuck or never even thought of anything was my older brother. I got home, my grandma picked me up. There's obviously security there that let me out when they saw me, because this shit probably happens all the time.
I don't
And
think so.
I think it does, bro.
Wait, your brother was on the bus too?
No, my brother was not on the bus.
That'd be fucked.
No,
I was
I
about
would
to
say
say.
that's even fucking worse. He just didn't
I
even give
was
a
in
shit
junior
about you.
high. I was in junior high and he was in high school.
Honestly,
So
being a big brother, like that'd be type of shit I'd do. Like, look at this.
no, I
fucker.
got home and he was playing zombies. 'Cause Yeah.
Bro, that's funny as fuck. That's terrible. How does the bus driver not check that shit?
Because my bus driver was terrible.
Did he get fired at least?
No.
What?
Damn, bro. What?
Quincy's wild.
Seriously.
Popping
I'm
off.
telling you, Quincy's on some next level shit.
Hey,
For
you guys
real.
have to come down sometime.
Hell
Yeah.
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 Come to Quincy.
Yeah, there's not shit to do here either.
Yeah. I mean, what will we do here? Probably just drive around, go sit in Walmart parking lot. Basically all
Which
we
is-
got here.
Yeah. Fishing,
Yeah.
hanging out.
I mean, we got Brock. Brock's, he's a chef, right, Brock? You can cook.
Yeah, I'm totally a chef. I can
Fuck
cook
yeah,
a hot dog or
Brock.
some shit.
Yeah. I can make like a bologna sandwich or something.
Yeah, so come to Quincy. All right, Henry, you wanna?
Alrighty, well, I think that wraps it up for this episode.
It's a fun one.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a fun one.
Yes, sirs. Thank
Yep.
you guys for letting me come on.
That was a fun one.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And if
Thanks for
you
being on here,
stayed-
bud.
If you stayed till the end of the show, comment what we
What are
should
you
do
doing with
next.
your life?
If you have any, if you have any scary stories, stuff like that.
And have a happy Halloween with all this COVID shit going on.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
I'll definitely be going trick or treating. So
Damn
Yeah.
straight.
Whoa.
Can I
We
go
take
with
it
you?
to Berg.
no,
Okay.
All right.
All
Good
right,
shit,
boys.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Catch y'all later.
On COD.
Adios.
On COD in about 2
Yep.
minutes.
All right.
All right, peace.
Later.
Goodbye.
GG. That was a good one.
So that is the end of the show. If you're still listening, thank you for being a loyal and a loyal listener. Excuse me. That concludes this week's episode. If you haven't already, go ahead and give us a like, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Again, we're on most media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Go ahead and comment down if you're listening now. Let us know what you want us to talk about next. Really, if there's anything in the entire world besides politics that we will talk about. So I hope you enjoy the show, and thank you. Have a happy Halloween.